What's up, guys? It's Rantium here, and today we are back in Skyrim. That's right, you guys, and oh snap, is it gonna be an awesome freaking day? So guys, welcome back, and happy Temper Tuesday. So out of all the mods you voted for on last week's episode of Temper Tuesday, this is the one that won. But don't forget, down there in the comments section, vote 1, 2, or 3 on which mod you want to see next Temper Tuesdays. Without further ado, let's get into it. So the AC Crusader armor. I'd imagine the AC stands for Assassin's Creed, but only ever playing Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and Brotherhood. I don't know too much about all the armors and weapons and stuff like that, so forgive me for being ignorant, but today I'm going to try my best to showcase this very, very cool armor, and honestly, lore-friendly armor, if I must say so myself. So, the AC Crusader armor is a male-only Crusader kind of themed armor that can be found at any forge under the steel smithing section. Now, you can craft it at any forge under the steel category, but you do not need the perk to smith it, meaning from day one, if you start out as a level 1, you can craft this armor without needing the steel smithing perk. Now, like I said, this is only a male, it's a male-only armor, unfortunately, but I hope that one day the mod author maybe brings it for females. I'm not sure. I think it would be pretty cool to have that. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and check this out, shall we? So the Crusader armor can be found, like I said, in any of the forges. So if we go and come on over to here, we can check inside the steel smithing section. And that is not correct armor values. Let me go ahead and take off my God ring, and we'll come into here and cheat God. There we go. So the actual values of the stuff is 59 armor and 27,500 gold worth, and then 16 armor with a 5,000 gold worth. And so already, this is actually a pretty cheaty-ass way to make a lot of money, because it only takes 3 leather strips and 3 steel ingots, materials that are readily available for far less than 27,500 gold. So even if you buy it from a merchant, you can just frickin' print money with this. But that's not what people are worried about. The armor rating for being heavy armor is a little low in my opinion. Main reason being is because hello Dovabit. Main reason being is because it's one piece. So normally each armor is comprised of the gauntlets as well as the cuirass, the boots, and the helmet. But with the AC Crusader armor, it's a little bit more difficult. So this can indeed be tempered. I'm not going to temper it right here just because I don't have it up to a legendary. But it's interesting because it's all one piece. So because it's all one piece, it's only 59 armor. So right there is only 59 armor. The whole thing is 59 armor plus the 16 armor from the helmet. So overall, it's only 75 armor rating. So in order to really utilize this really cool looking armor mod, you're gonna have to have the heavier armor, or what is it? Yeah, the heavy armor perks filled out in your perk tree, as well as a very high smithing perk, so that you can actually make it, make this armor work correctly. So let's go ahead and take a look at what this armor looks like. So if we take a look at his legs, his stance is a little wide, and it's interesting. It almost looks like it's kind of bugged, maybe? I'm not sure. But the chainmail skirt kind of thing that hangs underneath of the cuirass is a little bit glitched out right there, but it's just because the textures are kind of being pulled to their maximum. But I gotta say, I have to compliment the mod author on the high quality of the other textures. You know, there are a few that stand out, the chainmail being one of them, just because it's a repetitive texture. It's very hard to hide that stuff. But overall, you know, look at the neck, look at the throat line. The chainmail looks wonderful there. The leather strap that goes across the breast down to the back, very, very cool. And the cape, almost as if it was a Vigilant of Stendarr himself. Very, very cool to see that on there. Now, the one gripe that I have is I'm a Nord right now, and my hair is sticking through the back of my helmet. If there was a spot for the hair to come through, that would be cool too. But I think the main piece for this helmet, and for anyone taking a look at this Crusader armor, is the helmet, obviously. Because it's, you know, it's got the cross across the eyes, it's got just the 2 eye slits, you can't even see the guy's eyes, and then the flat top that you normally see from Crusade armors. Kind of reminds me of Monty Python. But the Iron Greatsword that I'm carrying in my hands, I thought it looked appropriate. I thought it looked, you know, theme appropriate for this armor. But overall, it's a beautiful looking armor. I love the cape, you know, and I love the skirt kind of thing that hangs down. It's more so of a dress, honestly. But the boots down at the bottom, it looks to be mainly iron boots with some linen wraps and leather keeping it together, and then regular shoes. Now, that's one thing that I think is actually... do I have anything else on other than that? No. So the actual armor, all it is... all the shoes are like iron boots, as well as, looks like miner's boots almost, attached to the bottom of it. Let's see if we can get a better angle. Maybe that's the wrong approach. You can kind of get a better angle from that. But either way, the armor itself would either look beautiful on an armor mannequin, or just, you know, playing around as a Crusader. Now, as you can see, the textures down there towards the crotch, I should say, they do indeed stretch, so you can kind of see that in action. You can kind of see them bungee cording together, but that is okay. Like I said, it's a repetitive texture, and when you have an armor like this, it could be difficult to hide it. I have no idea. I'm not a modder extraordinaire, but kind of a nifty armor altogether. Now, like I said, it's a very cheap to make armor, and it's a very expensive to sell armor as well, which means there's really not a whole lot of downside to this, because you can install it, throw it on an armor mannequin, and be done with it. The only thing that I wish was unequipable is the cape. I think I'm not a fan of capes, kind of like Edna from The Incredibles. No capes, darling, no capes. But I wish you could take that off just because I'm not a fan of capes. But either way, to each their own. So with that being said, you guys, I think we're going to go and end off today's mod showcase right here. But don't forget, down there in the comment section, vote 1, 2, or 3 on which armor mod you want to see next Tempered Tuesday. And guys, I will see you in the next video.